Your brain isn't addicted to love, it's addicted to danger. Every red flag you've ever ignored wasn't a mistake. It was your mind pulling you closer. Think about it. The very signs that should scare us, the chaos, the unpredictability, the toxic patterns, are the ones that feel magnetic. Why? Because your brain craves novelty, risk, and the thrill of uncertainty more than safety. This isn't weakness. It's wiring. Evolution taught us to chase power, mystery, and danger. And in modern life, those instincts misfire, turning red flags into irresistible signals. So tonight, we're pulling back the curtain on the dark psychology of attraction. By the end, you'll know exactly why your brain loves red flags and how to break free. Stopwatch segment 1. Hook and setup. Why do we chase what hurts us? Why does danger feel magnetic? Why do red flags, the very signs that should warn us, instead pull us closer? Tonight, we're diving deep into the dark psychology of attraction. Over the next hour, you'll discover why your brain craves chaos, why toxic patterns feel irresistible, and why the very things that should scare us often seduce us. This isn't just about relationships. It's about the wiring of your mind, the hidden forces of evolution, and the shadow side of human desire. By the end, you'll see red flags differently, not as destiny, but as a trap you can finally escape. Segment 2, the brain's wiring. Our brains are built for survival, not happiness. And survival often means chasing stimulation. Here's the secret. Unpredictability is more addictive than certainty. That's why slot machines work, why toxic relationships hook us, and why danger feels thrilling. Every time you encounter a red flag, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of anticipation. Not because it's good for you, but because it's different. Novelty lights up the reward system. Think about it. The partner who disappears and reappears, the boss who praises then humiliates, the friend who's unreliable. Each time, your brain says, maybe this time will be different. That maybe is the hook. It's the lottery effect, and it's why red flags feel magnetic. Segment 3, social and evolutionary psychology. Now let's zoom out. Why would evolution make us attracted to danger? Because risk often signals power. The rebel, the rule breaker, the dominant leader. These figures project strength. In tribal societies, aligning with them could mean protection. Even today, charisma often hides manipulation. The toxic boss, the cult leader, the influencer who thrives on chaos. They all use red flags as signals of dominance. And our brains, wired for survival, confuse danger with leadership. It's not weakness to be drawn in. It's biology. But biology can be hacked. Segment 4. The shadow side of attraction. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the parts of ourselves we repress, but secretly desire. Red flags often mirror our shadow. We're drawn to what reflects our hidden fears, our forbidden desires, our unresolved wounds. That's why chaos feels familiar. That's why toxic partners feel magnetic. They awaken the shadow we've buried. But here's the paradox. What attracts us can also destroy us. The shadow is seductive, but it's not the whole truth. Awareness is the only way to break free. Segment 5, real-life consequences. Let's get real. Red flags aren't just theory. They cost us time, energy, and peace. In relationships, they trap us in cycles of abuse that in workplaces. They make us follow manipulative leaders that in consumer culture. They make us buy into brands that exploit our psychology. The cost is obsession, burnout, regret. And yet, we keep chasing. Why? Because the brain loves the thrill more than the truth. But once you see the pattern, you can break it. Segment 6. Resolution and takeaway. So here's the truth. Your brain isn't broken. It's wired for survival. But in the modern world, those survival instincts misfire. Red flags feel attractive because they trigger dopamine, shadow desires, and evolutionary biases. But attraction isn't destiny. Awareness is freedom. When you recognize the pull, you can resist it. When you see the red flag, you can choose differently. And that's the ultimate power, not to deny attraction, but to master it. Remember this. Attraction isn't always love. Sometimes it's a trap. And once you know why your brain loves red flags, you'll never fall for them the same way again. Attraction isn't destiny. Awareness is freedom. Your brain may crave red flags, but now you know why. And once you see the trap, you'll never fall the same way again. The shadow will always whisper, but you don't have to listen. Danger feels magnetic, but clarity is stronger. The choice is yours. Remember this. What pulls you in isn't always what keeps you alive. Attraction can be a trap, but awareness turns the trap into power.